Hello, my dear students. Today we have to discuss that 10th standard second chapter acid, bases and salts. Okay, so I hope you are familiar with acids, base and salts in your daily life, but you don't aware about that. So what are the things you are using acid as a base or as a salts? So in a 10th standard they have given the introduction of the acids, what are acids, what are bases and what are salts. So it plays an important role in our day to day life. Okay, then go through the second chapter, that is acid, bases and salts. Okay, then you have learnt in your previous class that a sour and a bitter taste of a food are due to acids and base respectively present in them. So I hope you are aware about the sour and a bitter taste in your daily whatever food you are having, in that sour and bitter taste. So for example, sour in the sense, so you can take any acidic content like a curd or amla, those are a taste in a sour, isn't it? Then it is indicates what bitter in the sense what like a neem tree leaf, those are in a bitter in a taste, isn't it? So those are presence of, it indicates if a taste is sour, it is nothing but acids. If a taste is bitter, it is indicates the bases. Okay, that things present in that sour and bitter taste. If someone in the family is suffering from the problem of acidity after overeating, which of the following would you suggest to as a remedy? See, for example, in your home someone suffering from the acidity, so for overeating, after overeating they are to suffering from, there is a chest pain, there is a burning in the chest, so those all indicates the presence of the they are suffering from the acidity. Then what are the remedies you can use? Here there are two remedies they are given. One, it is lemon juice they can have after they overeating, they can have a lemon juice, other else vinegar or a baking soda. Which one you have to suggest for them? Yes, they are given that. So in this we have to suggest a few of the remedies. What is the importance of these remedies? Which property did you think while choosing the remedies? So if a person suffering from the acidity, so if what a remedy you have to suggest, then what a property you have to think that remedy should have? Yes, surely you must have used your knowledge about the ability of acids and base to nullify each other effect. See, in your food you are having a more acidic content, means the acidity problem occurs, isn't it? You have to balance that acidity, we should have a base. When acid and base become a neutral, means stable, that is nullify, isn't it? It will become a equal amount of acid and equal amount of base. Then the acidic property, acidity content in our body goes on reducing, then it will become a stable. Okay, recall how we taste sour and bitter substance without tasting them. If one any one food we have to give to you people, how you have to recognize without tasting this contains this particular substance is acid and this particular substance is base. Okay, without tasting that, we know that if it is a sour, we should tell that is acid. If it is a bitter in a taste, then we should say it as a base. Then without tasting, okay, so how we have to identify this belongs to acid and this belongs to base? So you already know that acids are sour in a taste and change the color of the blue litmus to red, that is first property C. So if you have to taste, it is a sour in a taste, that acid. If you have to use a litmus paper, that is blue litmus, if you have to dip in acid, it will color changes to the red. whereas base are bitter and change the color of the red litmus to blue, that opposite to the acid. We know that by the taste bases are bitter in a taste, isn't it? So if you have to dip a red litmus in a base, it will convert into blue. Then what is the role of the litmus paper here? Here litmus act as an natural indicator. We should call it as natural, means litmus paper normally we can use in a lab. So litmus is the natural indicator. Even you can use the turmeric is another indicator. So if you have to use a turmeric powder, that one also act as an indicator. Okay, have you noticed that a stain of a curry on the white cloth become a reddish brown when a soap, which is the basic in nature, is scrubbed on it, isn't it? So for example, a small whatever the curry, food curry, okay, so in that small content it will drop on your white cloth. When you should dip that one into the water, soap water, here soap water is what it is, base. Basic means base in nature, it is a base in nature, it acts as a base here. So when a curry fall on the white cloth, when we should dip that one into the soap water, it will turns into the water color changes, because in that stain it presence of the water turmeric powder, isn't it? It turns into the red, isn't it? So it turns yellow again when a cloth is washed with a plenty of the water. See, so same cloth, when we should dip in a soap water, it turns into the red. Again that cloth, if you have to dip in a pure water, it will again turns into the yellow. So it means what? The presence of basic, it acts as a different, means so that a turmeric powder act in a base, it is color different. You can also use the synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators means that is man-made, that is methyl orange and phenolphthalein, to test the acids and base. So the given things, whether it is acid or base, we have to check that without tasting. We should use the synthetic indicator, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Okay, then in this chapter we will study the reaction of acids and base. So then in particularly for in this chapter we should discuss about the reaction of acids and base, how acid and base cancel out each other, effects, and many more interesting things that we used and see in our day-to-day life. Okay, in this chapter we have to discuss whether if acidic content is more, we should adding the base, we should make it a neutralize. Neutralize means stable, both will become equal, isn't it? If basic things is more, we should make it as a stable, we should add a more acid. So neutralize, this property, it is nothing but what here? Neutralize. Those things we have to discuss in this chapter. Those things, they comes under our day-to-day life. Then next it is understanding the chemical properties of acids and base. Okay, so there they are giving a few activities. See my dear students, I will send activity videos, activity 2.1, activity 2.2, like that. You should watch those videos and you will get a conclusion here. Okay, I will send those videos separately. Okay, then here they are giving understanding the chemical properties of acids and base. See, acids and base chemical properties we have to discuss here. First one, acids and base in a laboratory. So in a chemistry lab we can use several acids and base. So what are those acids and base we are using in a chemistry lab? So we have to see that activity 2.1. Collect the following solution from the science laboratory, that is hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4, nitric acid HNO3, acetic acid CH3COOH and sodium hydroxide NaOH, calcium hydroxide CaOH twice, potassium hydroxide KOH and magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice and ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. See here hydrochloric acid HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 and CH3COOH are the acts as an acids. So see remaining hydroxide things, OH things, whatever it comes, those acts as a what here? Base. Okay. So how we have to, without testing that one, we have to identify this. So put a drop of each of the above solution in a watch glass one by one and test with the drop of the indicator as shown in the 2.1. So for example, you have to take these things in a separate watch glass. It is available in a chemistry lab. So first, in a first watch glass you should put a hydrochloric acid. In a second watch glass you should put a sulfuric acid. One drop you should put on that watch glass. Like a hydroxide things means sodium hydroxide. You have to put all things. Next, here you should use a red litmus solution. You should add a red litmus for this. You should add a blue litmus for this, and you should add a phenolphthalein solution or a methyl orange for each watch glass. You should get the color changes occurs here. That one I will give you a small video of this activity. You will watch that. Okay. What change in the color did you observe with a red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange solution for each of the solution taken? Tabulate your observation. They said you have to tabulate. In a first sample, you should collect hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid we should dip in a red litmus, what color change? Blue litmus, what color change? Phenolphthalein, what color change? I will give that chart. You should copy that. Okay. These indicators tells, these all are the litmus, red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl. These are the indicators. So that one we should use for the water to check the whether given the solution is acid or base. This indicator tells whether the substance is acidic or basic by the change in the color. See, so these indicators act as a water. It shows whether given liquid is acidic or basic. So by changing its color, for example, red turns to blue or blue turns to red. Like a phenolphthalein also colors goes on changing, pale pink color, like that the colors are goes on changing here. Okay. Then there are some substances whose order changes in acidic or basic media. See, there are some substance, order means that is a smell. Whenever we should adding a phenolphthalein or methyl orange, the smell of that acidic or basic liquid goes on changing. By that also we can identify whether the given liquid is acid or base. These are called olfactory indicators. So such a means order changes, smell changes. Whenever we should adding some indicators to the acid or base, it changes its smell. Then such a smells given indicators are called olfactory indicators. Okay, let us try out some of these indicators. So then you can use natural indicators also available. Take a finely chopped onion in a plastic bag along with a small strip of a clean cloth. So you should chop the small onion and you should tie up that one. You should hold that one in a clean cloth and tie up that one bag tightly and leave overnight in a fridge. You should keep that one, tie up that one and keep in a fridge. Then the cloth strip, later in the next day you should take that cloth as an indicator we can use. You should make a small strips, small pieces. Then it is used as to test the acids and bases. That cloth we should dip in a acid, it will color changes. In a base also it color changes. Here onion cloth strip used as an indicator here. And take take up these cloth strips and check their orders. After that you should use that strip, that cloth, okay, that cloth you should use as a what, whether color order also changes. What is meant by order? The smell of the that things also changes here. Keep them on the clean surface, and if you put a few drops of the dilute HCl solution on this one strip and a few drops of dilute NaOH solution in on the other strip. You should take a separate 2 strips of onion cloth strip, which one you have to tie up overnight. Okay, so here you should put for this strip onion tied up cloth strip only it is. You should add acid for this, it changes its color, and for this you should add a base, that is NaOH is the base here. NaOH has act as a base and HCl act as the acid. Then you should see the change of the color of the cloth. Means here whatever the cloth strip we are using, it acts as an indicator. Okay. Next, both the cloth strips with the water and again check their order. Later both the strip you have to smell it. So there again it changes the order. Note your observation. So it means before adding acid you should take order, and after adding acid or base you should take again that order, it will changes. Now take some dilute vanilla essence and clave oil and check their order. So you should add some vanilla essence and their clave oil, then see the changes in that order. Take some dilute HCl solution in a one test tube. You should take a dilute HCl solution in one this is HCl, okay, and a dilute HNO3, sorry, NaOH, sorry, I think this is NaOH. Dilute means it contains a maximum amount of the water, minimum amount of the acid. Okay, add a few drops of dilute vanilla essence to the both the test tube. You should add vanilla essence for the both the test tube, okay, and shake well. You should shake this one both the test tube well and check the order once again and record a change in your order if any. So later after shaking this one you should see it, what the order of these two test tube it changes. Okay, I will send that activity by the video, you should watch that video. Okay, similarly test the change in order of the clave oil. First we are adding vanilla essence, later you should add clave oil for these two test tube, different test tube. Don't add in that vanilla essence test tube only. You should take a separate acid HCl and NaOH and add a clave oil. Then record your observation. There also it changes its order. Here order means what? The smell of that liquid. Which of these, vanilla and onion and clave, can be used as olfactory indicators on the basis of your observation? Okay, by this we should conclude that which of this one olfactory indicators we can call. Okay, so which changes its smell. Okay, by adding to the acids or base which changes its smell, those are act as the what here, olfactory indicators. Let us do some more activities, understand the chemical properties of acid and bases. Okay, so there they are giving few more activities. Okay, see, so how acids and base reacts with the metals. So how acids and base are reacts with the metals. So go through that. Activity 2.3, this one also I will send a video. You should watch that video, you will get to know how the acids and base are reacts. Okay, so this activity needs a teacher's assistance, so it no need of you people. I will send that video. Set apparatus as shown in the given figure. See, this is the reaction of a zinc granules. Granules means pieces. Zinc pieces. Zinc is a metal, that pieces we have to use. It is act as a what? Metal. Zinc acts as the metal. Dilute sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is acid here. Test of hydrogen gas by burning. See, what are the things we are studying here? Acids and base reacts with the metals. Here zinc is the metal, sulfuric acid is the acid. Acid reacts with the metal. What are the things it provides? We have to discuss here. Okay, how it is? First, arrange the given apparatus as shown in the figure. This figure may ask for your exam for 2 marks question. You should practice this diagram. Okay, they will ask a question like this only: reaction of zinc granules with a dilute sulfuric acid and testing the hydrogen gas burning. Other else they may ask acids reacts with the metals. Draw a neat level diagram of acids reacts with the metals. Okay, you should draw this diagram. Then go through the activity. So you should see, means you should set apparatus like this. Okay, here if we have to use the stand, for that stand we should fix a test tube. Okay, so for that test tube we should take a rubber cork, then that one connected to the what a delivery tube. It is a glass tube, and here it is a soap solution, it is there. Okay, so that one fix into the here. In this test tube we have to take on what a dilute sulfuric acid. This yellow color indicates what a dilute sulfuric acid. We should adding a small zinc granules, zinc pieces in this solution. Here airtight cork is there. Then when zinc reacts with this acid, it liberates some gases. That gas comes to the soap solution.